Heidi, it's my pleasure and privilege to have you here today.
Nice to see you again.
Okay, so the thing is that what we are trying to do every time is to talk about something that's really important for everybody's health, and this we deal with it every day. Do you have anything in mind? We can spot some light, shed some light.
I would say a very typical problem that people complain very often. And earlier I thought it's only about seniors, but later on I heard about this issue from a lot of people of like my age and even younger. I'm talking about arthritis, and people suffer from all kinds of arthritis, not just hands or legs or all over the body. And it looks like it's an illness of the century, I would say.
Well, I'm glad that you raised this question. It's a very good question because we deal with arthritis every day, and basically I'm trying to put it in order, and I think in order to explain what's going on is to put arthritis in three big categories. First is arthritis because of the extensive use. Okay, so
what do you mean?
no, if you use a pen, too much, what will happen to the pen? It eventually will break down very soon, right?
Okay.
So if you use that too often.
Computer, you mean
no,
desktop, and then something problem with your fingers?
Whatever.
That's what you're saying?
No, the pen.
Yeah, I understand.
But you're right. So basically the same thing. If you use it too much, so it will break down. That's what it is. So basically what it means for arthritis is that if you use a joint in a way you're not supposed to use, you can break it down, right? Well, let me give you a very simple example.
Yeah.
Knee joint, right? Okay. And 320-pound man.
Oh no.
Yeah, so basically I'm just exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I have this patient, this kind of patient, 320 pounds, but I'm just giving you a sense
have such
of
patients?
Of course. Yeah, but I'm just giving you a sense of it. So if you put a 320 pounds on both knees, and they're supposed to sustain like half of it, so what will happen to the knee? It will break. Okay?
So are you implying that excessive weight is a factor? That's what you're saying.
Factor. Not necessarily. Who is participating in professional sports?
Yeah, they could be like.
Yeah, they're doing it every day, so it's not supposed to be done. And
yeah, that's true. So it's not just like seniors. It's not just overweight people. It's a very typical disease.
Of course it is, because I have a lot of professional sportsmen or sportswomen who come to my office and complain of pain all over the body, and that's understandable. And let me just clarify one thing. It's not only excessive weight or something, excessive use, but traumas. Who is participating in sports, they fall down, right?
Correct.
Especially gymnasts, gymnasts, they tend to fall.
Yeah, runners.
Okay, yeah, and also, this important thing here is this, vitamin D deficiencies. Because supposedly there is a sportsman or a sportswoman, especially sportswoman. She is doing gymnastics, and at the same time nobody checks her vitamin D. So what happens if she falls down? It's not only excessive use, but it's a broken leg or whatever it is. Okay? So as soon as something is broken, you change the way joint works. So that's the way it is.
But supposedly every sports team is supposed to have professional doctors who give advice, and you're saying they don't say anything about vitamin D, they're not saying about any precautions?
I'm not aware of that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but that's what we say. All right? So,
and also, is it true that the best treatment from all kinds of arthritis is injections in all kinds of body? So to prevent pain, or pain management, how do you go?
I don't think so. I mean,
no?
It depends on the situation. Supposedly, somebody has a very bad arthritis.
Okay.
Very bad arthritis. There's nothing can be done, and patient is suffering from excruciating pain. So the only option we have is to do injections. But I'm against that unless it's really necessary. There is no other option.
Do you have any other options?
It depends on the stage. if a joint is worn out altogether, so what else can be done? It's not that much we can do.
But if it's just, I would say, preliminary stage, it's not like emergency, it's not like broken or anything like this, but just like person feels something like, and you checked and you made pictures and X-ray, whatever.
No, X-ray usually don't give that much information, but we are trying to figure out why it happened.
Why?
Why it happened. So is there excessive wear and tear? And that's we advise either to stop sports activity or to reduce weight or some other measures, depends on the situation. And that's pretty much it. So we are hoping that the situation will improve.
So if person stops...
Yeah, weight reduction, who comes with hip pain, hip joint pain, knee joint pain, and weighs 250 pounds, so that's just in front of you, it's just obvious.
But I know arthritis is not just knee, but like it could be all over the body. I know about arthritis in hands. I know like people complain to me that they have problem even again in not just knees, but
no, I know, but who is doing so supposedly laundry? What do? They use their hands, right?
Okay.
Too much. If they're professional doing this, so what do you expect? That's what we are trying to prevent.
And even again, I heard about people
typists,
who are on typists, yeah.
Typists, yeah, the same thing.
I see people all over, like in subway and somewhere, wearing stuff specifically because it looks like they wanted to help when they work on keyboards.
Yeah, that's the same thing. So just wear and tear. That's what it is all about. The second thing is that autoimmune arthritis, and basically what we are talking about here, like rheumatoid arthritis, SLE arthritis,
So
whatever it is.
how to prevent it or to fix it?
That's the hard part. So basically, we need to fix the immune system, and basically the reason why somebody has an arthritis, the reason is that our own antibodies start attacking our own tissue, like joint tissue. And the reason for that is usually the problem in the digestive tract, because of the mimicry. Let me explain you. There is a so-called mimicry theory. What happens is that, as you know, in our gut there is a lot of good bacteria, right? Good bacteria, bad bacteria, whatever it is, just good bacteria mostly. Okay, supposedly everything goes well. We have good bacteria, but somehow good bacteria are not attacked by our immune system. And you know why? Because they camouflage. Supposedly, have you ever gone for hunting or something like that? No?
No, not
Okay,
hunter.
no, not a hunter. Okay, but did you do did you have any training, military training?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Of course, if you had military training, so if you go, no, not that, but supposedly you're going and there is an enemy is in front of you. How are you going? You're going to present yourself, put something red, just stand up with the gun, or you put some kind of dress. You dress like like in something green, like to make sure
Of course.
that's called camouflage.
Of course, I know what camouflage.
Yeah, so that's what you do. You put some camouflage to protect yourself from being discovered by the
To
enemy.
become a target myself,
Yeah.
of course.
So the same thing what they do. They try to look like our own tissue. And that's why they're not attacked but by our antibodies, but our immune system. But what happens if the barrier between the gut and the blood is broken? So what happens is that those good bacteria that camouflage, they look alike our system still goes into the blood. And what happens is that they go too much attention to our immune system. Okay, because supposedly the same thing as you're in military. Even though you wear camouflage, you start shooting, you will be discovered. Even though you use camouflage, right? So until you don't shoot, your camouflage is okay. But as soon as you start shooting, camouflage is not okay anymore. But the same thing happens here. So what happens is that immune system recognize those good bacteria as something bad, but it looks alike our own tissue. Okay, and what happens is our immune system starts producing antibodies that hits that bad bacteria or good bacteria, but at the same time they hit the tissue that looks alike.
On a more pragmatic level, I've heard also stories that, like, besides any kind of antibiotics or pills or injections, there are more simpler way, I would say, to treat arthritis in your body, specifically spending more time on the beach under the sun, swimming in pool or on ocean. Is it true?